Sounds good. Great, grand. I'm very burpy.
Get them all out.
Sorry, Debbie.
Debbie's gonna be so disappointed.
Is guacamole a fruit salad?
What is the best milkshake for bringing boys to the yard?
Ostriches are dinosaurs.
Don't piss off old people. New game
What do you mean it gives you Arby's mouth?
artisanal muck duck balls.
I think they call that autofellatio.
I want to high five a shark.
Welcome to Bar Banter. Relax, have a drink with us as we debate the most controversial topics in the world today.
On today's podcast, we talk about
Sorry, Debbie.
how much is too much. Time to wait in line. A new little segment thing we want to try. Which company would have the best chance for you to buy their product if they sponsored Dreams? And lastly, we have an emoji bar brawl. But first, Richard Madison, what are you drinking?
I'm taking it easy tonight, just having a little margarita.
Okay.
Are you doing your go-to or what's going on over
I
there?
am, yes, very much tequila soda tonight.
Mm.
I was thinking about switching it up, but it's just so easy. Travis, what are you drinking?
I am drinking Miller Lite because
Good man.
just switching it up. It's just what we're
Those,
going with.
are those leftover from something?
No, I just usually have like a 12 pack of Miller Lite just in case people come over. I'm like, hey, you want a beer?
Hmm.
I'll also have like some sort of IPA. I don't have any like quote good beers at this point. So this is just like didn't feel like going too hard in the paint this evening with the whiskey or the scotch. So I'm going I think I have some Ardbeg. Do I have Ardbeg? Yeah, I got some Ardbeg 10 left if I need to switch to it, but I'm just going
Should do a shot.
Miller Light at the
Do a
moment.
shot of scotch.
I will not do a shot of scotch because that is also that's like blasphemous. We're gonna be waiting here a long time for me to do a shot of
Ooh,
scotch.
disgusting. I mean, I love scotch, but doing a shot of it is awful.
Yeah.
I can see Travis's brain working to figure out what the segue is going to be.
I already
from
did
what I
it.
just
No, he
told
already
you.
used it.
I already
That's
did
why
it.
we just
To
gotta
see
ignore
you-
it until he does it again.
I already
He's
did
a-
it.
It was
It's
so
already
bad.
It was that good.
That's why you didn't respond.
Yeah.
You were like, Travis said something stupid. We're just gonna keep talking.
Yeah, I just wanted to keep talking.
Yeah.
Gentlemen. Our first topic this evening is something I want to try to do on the occasion. It's a how much is too much. And the idea behind this is kind of trying to find the line of anything, right? Usually we're taking things that are subjective and making them objective. This kind of ties into that a little bit where we're like, what's the reasonable person standard? We're going to kind of invoke that a lot in these segments of how much is too
RPS.
much. What's the RPS score for this?
Nice.
And
That's the rating I could get behind.
yes, yes. And so the first one we want to try is how much is too much time to wait in line? And there's 100 different ways you can take this in terms of what is a line. Like, is traffic a line? Is just waiting on food a line at like if you're at a sit down restaurant, or is it like a
Should have had Jeff on for this.
yeah,
Famous for
because they are
queuing.
queuing, yes.
Yeah.
I said waiting in line. I didn't say queuing. It's different.
Yeah.
But so what's too much time to wait in line?
All right, hold on for a second.
I will not. You're not going to make me
Yeah,
wait.
you're not gonna make me.
We're gonna keep going.
There's so many factors here.
Right.
And I think I'm gonna start with the bottom and I'm gonna work it up.
Okay. I had a
Um,
similar idea.
because to me, I hate lines.
Yes.
I hate waiting.
Yes.
As a reasonable person standard, there are situations where I know lines are involved
Correct.
and I'm okay with it. But so for example, to me, anytime is too much time to wait
Correct.
in a line.
And it's solved.
So if I am in a food court and I really want, and I'm just making up restaurants,
All right. And I'm back.
McDonald's,
You guys can start now.
but there's a line, and there's no line at Subway. I'm like, sounds like I want Subway.
Going to Subway.
So like that's the default for me. If there's lineage, nope, not happening. Taking it up a notch. If I have purchased an item and then I have to wait after the purchase, I'm willing to wait longer than zero because like I paid for it. I'm gonna wait for a little bit, but I even have met a limit there. Eventually, I'm walking away. Even if I paid for, obviously, purchase level varies, but there will be a time that if you don't bring me my order, I'm like, I'm out. I will go pay for another order to get it. And in that sense, I'm willing to wait about 20, 25 minutes.
Okay.
Depending. And that even might be stretching it, but trying to factor in. So like now, I guess I will say that is a non-sit down event kind of thing.
Correct.
So willing to wait longer there. I'm not counting traffic as a line.
Okay.
Correct.
Nor am I counting rides for this.
Interesting.
Because I Travis probably feel the same way. Again, I'm anti-line.
Yeah.
But if I am in a like Six Flags Disney World environment, I have I've accepted lines are in my future.
Right.
And then
so if we're taking all lines into account though, there is a higher limit of line like because if we take all of Disney into account, right?
Sure.
If
I'm not waiting 5 hours for this ride,
correct,
wait 2 hours for that line,
right?
Yes.
And so there is again we're it's a broad category, and that's why I wanted to pick this. So I would say if we include things like a theme park or a premiere for a movie,
okay,
potentially, or back in the day, this doesn't happen anymore.
Midnight game release.
Midnight game release.
Yes.
Harry Potter book release. Rick never did that, but I did.
I did not.
I did. I hopped out of the hot tub to do it.
Yeah. Was I there for that one? Did we? No,
Probably.
that was
sounds like something he may have left us for.
No, like
I didn't actually leave, but I got a notification on my phone that the book we were in.
Yeah, I feel like I remember that
in the hot tub
at Nick's house.
Nick's house.
Yeah. Like, oh hey, the next Harry Potter comes out tonight. I was like, oh shit, I'll get it tomorrow morning.
Which
so like, yeah, but like with those in mind, my first thought was like an hour would be like a good central reasonable person standard to kind of like encompass everything. But then I keep going back to like, what am I doing on the day to day? And those are like special occasions. I want to keep those. I want to factor those in. But like, I think 30 to 45 is kind of where I'm heading towards. Probably closer to 30 of just like am I going to do this? Is it longer than 30 minutes? I really don't want to do this anymore. If it's 30 minutes, I'm like, I can do that. That's fine. If it's over 30 minutes, I start second guessing myself. I start really kind of weighing the pros and cons of 30 minutes. But anything under 30 minutes, I'm like, I can do that. So I think that's kind of where my mind went, was just like,
that's fair.
I can do 30
I'm
minutes.
Okay with that.
Anything above 30 minutes, I'm going to like
start thinking about it.
Right. So I'm not opposed to going up to an hour if someone can come up with some other examples I'm not thinking of, but like I'm at 30 right now.
30 is a good round average, because I was thinking like, what is the reasonable standard that I'm expecting this process to take? Multiply it by 1.5, and that's basically
right
where I start thinking, do I still want to wait for this?
I would also be okay with a formula that applies to
yes. If weight equals X and excess equals 1.5,
yeah, I'd be okay. I'd consider that.
I kind of put this in two separate camps with two opposite sides of the number lines. It's, do I absolutely have to wait in this line for this thing to happen? My biggest one would be like airport lines,
right,
or the DMV.
You have to catch this plane I have to wait on this 2 hour line.
Or jury duty. I
That's
just
different to
recently.
me, though.
I know,
But keep going.
but we have to put that in because it is lines.
No, but I think here is
If we want to,
my issue with
and so
that. You've
here's
already
my other
Let him
camp
finish.
Rick,
Let him finish. Let him finish.
was did I choose to get in this line because it's something that is technically optional, or is this something that I absolutely have to be in because if I don't, I'm going to miss something like getting on a plane or something like that. Like, did I choose to get in the line for the midnight release of this game? What am I willing to sacrifice for that? Or is airport security just really fucking backed up and I waited 2 hours? I I, I don't know where to actually draw the line on if I'm
But
queuing or being in a line, and did I choose it or did I not choose it? Is it just happenstance? Did I not choose the right time of day to go? There's no, I don't think there's like a cut and dry rubric for,
May I?
please.
So I think my the point in the spirit of the question is not um trying to find a time that we need to like set and like if it's not 30 minutes we're not going to do it. It's a time that we can kind of agree on. If it exceeds this, it's too much and it's stupid. Right?
Well,
Exceeding.
that would be any line, in my
No,
opinion.
but again, applying the
correct.
reasonable person standard, like you have, like there are things you do have to wait on, and so like taking that into account, what is that time about going to be? We can't set it at 0. 5 minutes doesn't incorporate everything, but like if you told me, hey, it's a 30-minute wait to get onto the airplane, it's fine. I can do that. It's 30 minutes to go do this. I mean, I don't like it necessarily, but like it's to me in that
At
reasonable
the end of
time.
the day, you're still getting on the airplane. So the fact that you waited in line is like, I was just going to
Right,
spend my time sitting
but anything
in a
above
chair.
30 minutes is like that's just this is stupid and it's too much time to wait on a line. I'm still gonna do it, but it's too much time.
No, but that's the question. And that's why the airport shouldn't count, and that's why DMV shouldn't count, because those you quote unquote have to do. It's at what point are you willing to stop waiting is how much is too much. Like
It's a
if you have to do it, yeah, you're gonna get annoyed, but you're still doing it. Like if you have to fly home.
optional. I think we're coming to it as like it's an optional, chosen thing that you're
Yes.
doing, like getting on a ride at Six
Yes.
Flags or Disneyland. It's going into the line at the grocery store. Um, anything where it's like I could do this and wait in line, but at what point I'm not sacrificing anything. Nothing huge is hinging on this. Where do I draw that line? If we want to define that as a parameter, I have different thoughts, I think.
I don't I don't
I
think
think
it's
you
too dissimilar from what I was saying, but like one is more uh not a hard and fast rule. Like in this, I'm not trying to necessarily make a rule. I'm thinking what anything over 30 minutes is dumb.
Mm. I think for me, it's
And sometimes you
honestly,
have to, but like I just gotta do it anyway.
I
I
think for
mean, if that's the case, I'm lowering the time to like 15 or 20 minutes.
I think
I'm not
honestly
I'm
20
not
minutes is
against
good for
that.
me because I'm thinking like a restaurant. You go to a restaurant, you didn't make a reservation. They say the wait time is 45 minutes.
I'm leaving.
Oh
Fuck you,
yeah.
I'm out.
Yeah.
They say the wait time is 30 minutes. I'm a little bit on the fence depending on where we're going
Hmm.
because, circumstances of like
Yeah.
I
Where
didn't
you
make
go?
a
Is it a
reservation.
Friday night? Is everywhere going to be 30 minutes?
Right.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, sure.
Am I going to actually wait around and just sit here for 30 minutes? 20 minutes seems like a really good sweet spot of like, there's a chance they call us up early. And actually waiting 30 minutes with people that I'm here with is not the worst thing in the world.
Mhm. I'm okay with like 20, 30. I'm not saying we're splitting hairs there, but like I'd be okay with saying 20 minutes. Um, anything above 20 minutes is too much time. I think 30 allows just for a little bit more, you know, options in a sense, and like just and maybe I just have more patience than Rick does, and I'm saying maybe, but I know that's true. Um, so that's why I went 30, but like at the end of the day, I'd be happy with. I don't think anyone would
Have you
be
ever
mad with 20.
waited anywhere between 20 to 30 minutes to check out at a grocery store?
Unfortunately, yes, and I was livid.
Yeah. I feel like
That was gonna be. I was gonna mention like if it's
I, I
grocery
feel like it
stores,
depends
I
on
need to be out by
the
5 minutes.
thing and the place.
Well, of course it does, but that's why I was
And
like,
like, most places have self checkouts nowadays, and even that sometimes you have to wait a little bit, but I do remember the days of like waiting 20 minutes in a line to check out at a grocery store. Are you just gonna abandon the cart and be like, I don't need any of this shit today?
my
Over
standard
20 minutes, absolutely.
my
I'm shopping
standard
another day. I'm
for
putting it all
my
back.
yeah, my standard for grocery line checkout is not the reasonable person standard. Like if I've got a cart full of shit, I'm
Yeah.
and at least the line is if the line's move that's the other thing. If the line's moving, I'm a lot more even if it's an hour,
Mm.
I'm more apt to be
Right.
okay with it versus just like sitting there and then watching someone in front of me at the grocery line just struggle to like, oh, let me count up my pennies or no, actually that banana was 10 grams less. I needed,
Right.
yeah,
Is
whatever
Danny
it is.
asleep?
They are in a hotel together somewhere.
They're in Vancouver.
Vancouver. I've been to Vancouver once. It's a
I'm sorry.
poutine. But yeah, 20 minutes is fine by me. Anything, I'll say greater than 20 minutes is too much time to wait in a line.
Yeah. For an optional thing that you have chosen to subject yourself to, I feel like more than 20 minutes is too much. Unless
Um,
it's
well, that's my
and
point.
I would put a caveat on it of like, unless you're expecting it, which we talked about earlier, like a line for a concert or something where you're gonna get in and there's no chance you're not gonna get in, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But like you're still waiting, and like that's part of
Yeah.
the
An
experience
event.
is like
Yeah.
getting into the actual venue or space. I feel like that's acceptable, but at that point it's kind of on you because you decided to get there early enough that
Mhm.
you're still having to wait in line that
Well,
early.
it's just for those, it's are you front loading the wait or are you back loading it? Because if you get there early, you're just waiting there for an hour, and if you get there on time, you're waiting in line for an hour. So it's just where you want to spend that hour. Okay, 20 minutes, I think works.
Hey, real quick. You listening? Cool. Do me a favor. On your app, wherever you're listening to this podcast, there's a button to follow or subscribe or some sort of a notification type bell. Whatever you do, don't click them. Don't click those buttons. Don't do it. Or click it. Whatever it doesn't matter. Just fine. It's fine. It's fine. Just click it. It's cool. Just do whatever you want. Preach.
All right, count us in. Go. Which company would have the best chance for you to buy their product if they sponsored Dreams? Maybe a little Black Mirror on this topic. I don't know. But first thing that came into my mind is like if I'm having a dream, I want it to impact me in the dream in some way. And I guess I want it to impact me in the current state I'm in, which is sleeping. And the only thing I really want when I'm asleep is to be cold. I like to be cold when I'm sleeping. And I thought, what's the best representation of cold that I can think of? And that's gotta be Coors Light. The mountains are blue. I want the
Hey,
train coming through the
hate you for
mountains
this.
and just like I want to be cold. And that's gonna make me all nice and snuggly and it's gonna make me
You
sleep
could have
so
said
much
the
better.
Coca-Cola polar
No, no,
bears.
I want Coors Light. I
You
want
could
them.
have
The mountains are blue. Damn it. The mountains are, and the polar bears are only like Rick
Oh,
left.
Rick was just like,
He was,
fuck you for this answer.
he was so mad he just left.
Totally back.
But yeah, I want the mountains are blue. Coors Light would probably I'd be like, yes, I'm gonna go buy your product because I wanted to be cold. You made me cold, and I don't have to worry. Like, I don't have to worry about like being hot when I sleep. You have my business, sir. I mean, I'm not a Coors Light person. I'm a Miller. I'm drinking Miller, but I would switch to a Coors Light person if they sponsor Dreams.
Are you okay in this scenario with sponsorship? We're getting money, like they're sponsoring our dreams. So they're a sponsor of our dreams, which means we are getting money. I'm thinking of like YouTubers. This is how I took it. Was
I
like, you
I
know how
took it as more like
YouTubers
Black
and
Mirror,
Twitch,
like a company could come in and like put ads in your dream, like product
but
placements in.
you're not getting
No,
any monetary compensation for it.
no, that
Uh,
I didn't think. Now
might
I'm not opposed to
might
going
change
that
my
way.
answer.
I just that was when I thought of this. That was how I thought of it. But I'm not open. I'm not against changing direction. And if you both went that way,
I took it as my dreams are now they are paying me to put
be in your dreams.
advertisements in my dreams and then tell people about it for like you know,
Okay,
it's more of like a YouTuber, Twitch streamer type of
right.
thing. um so my honestly, like, Britt was not wrong with the food aspect of it, but I probably wouldn't go breakfast or coffee. I would go dinner because chances are, A, I don't eat breakfast,
Mm,
or B, if I do, I've already chosen it. But my lunch or dinner could be up in the air
yeah.
of like, if I dreamed about it, then there's a good chance that the next day I would obsess about it a little bit and be like, I've got to have Cracker Barrel. I've got to have Waffle House. I've got to
Yeah.
have whatever it is that was in my dreams. And I have time in the evening to go out and experience and actually do it. So, any kind of restaurant where they're willing to sponsor my dream and be like, come get this new special we have.
Hmm.
You should check it out with the, margarita uh, double tap that we got going on. Um, that would be my go-to.
I do dream about food and I do get cravings about food. So I would be susceptible for sure to a food related sponsor, dream sponsor, but yeah, Rick, he's so disappointed
That was
or
very entertaining.
yeah. What you
I
got?
have more too, but
I
Uh,
have yeah.
yeah, I don't really dream.
You've never dreamed.
No, that's not what I said. I said I don't really dream,
Mm.
meaning more often than not, I don't
Yeah,
remember the dream the next morning.
I'd say that's reasonable, yeah.
Um, so I don't know. Tabasco need something to wake me up, I guess. I don't know. Tabasco hot sauce. Frank's Red
Just
Hot
taking-
sauce.
But that
Taken-
but that might wake you up at like 3 a.m.
Meh.
honestly, let's be real. Texas Pete,
Yes. Put that shit on everything,
everything.
Everything. That's fair.
including dreams. So
There you go.
you know what? I'd be like, if you're that dedicated, I got
You
you.
need those
I'm
spicy dreams.
gonna start buying your product. What else did y'all come up with? I want to hear these.
So,
Y'all apparently had more answers. Travis, if you come up with the dumb one again, I'm hanging up again like I did the first
well,
time.
again, if I want to be comfortable, if I want to be comfortable in my sleep, and if I want to like have comfortable dreams, I'm going like Charmin Ultra and just like soft, fluffy clouds of just like toilet paper.
You're
I'm
dreaming
just
about wiping your ass.
no,
How do you
but
I
but yes.
the fact that your sponsors impact your dream is a very interesting moment for me.
No, my sponsors impact my sleep. I'm thinking if I sleep if I'm a hot natured person and I need something to keep me cool and for if psychologically I could be at a cold place like the mountains of Colorado.
I get what
Yeah,
you're saying. I guess that's the same to me. I
Milwaukee.
mean, I get what you're saying, but
Those are
I
the
don't know.
Rockies.
Yeah, that's
Right.
where Coors is, right?
Yeah, unfortunately. Okay, I have a weird
I don't
one.
know.
So my dreams are fucking wild.
Wild, like the Thornberries.
I have very long, intricate dreams that sometimes come back on themselves, and like I get to do a part two.
I've had
Sometimes I get
those.
to revisit the same dream, but a little
Yeah.
bit different.
Oh, nice.
If a video game company
Mhm.
like Obsidian or Bethesda or somebody who does like fantasy RPG or post-apocalyptic, if they sponsor my dream and we're like, you get to live this out in real time, and then also we're gonna pay you to promote our product because you lived it in your dream, that's kind of my best option for
I do like
everything
that one.
because
Well,
I've gotten to see things and experience things in first person that like I'm trying to capture with playing video games. It's like that, escape from reality, the um just like alternate timelines, the different storylines that you
mhm.
can do with video games, all those different things. But if I get to actually play it out in my dream, and then at the end of it, it's like buy Bethesda
Mhm.
or buy the newest version of our console game, I'd be like, okay,
Yeah,
we could talk about that. We could talk about that.
I could see that. In a similar vein, and I might probably will end up cutting this out, but like most of the dreams I remember are like bad dreams. Like I rarely remember good things that happen in my dreams, and so like the ones I do remember, it's like, yeah, I should maybe I need to buy a gun. And whatever gun company can advertise in said dream would maybe make me want to buy that gun a little bit more. I don't know. I was going a little bit more deep and
You need a dream catcher
I don't
because
it doesn't happen often. It's just like once every three
just
months when I
just
do
saying.
remember a dream, it's just like, oh, that was weird. So it's like, yeah, I wish I would have a gun in this dream. Oh, here's a insert gun company that I don't know because I don't know anything about guns. So
Here's a missile.
but to your point, Drew, here's the energy sword from Halo. Sign me up.
Hmm.
I would take that. That would be fine. So our I guess our official list was Coors Light, Texas Pete, and do you have a specific dinner place that might sell you more than others, or are you just gonna say restaurants?
Um, I'm gonna go Outback just because
Outback?
it's
Okay.
near and
Yep,
dear to our
sure
hearts.
is.
Mm.
I I'm shocked no one said Taco Bell. I was certain someone was gonna.
I honestly,
But I don't need them
wanted
to sponsor
do it,
my
but it was-
dreams to buy their
I know
products.
because I love
Right.
them already.
Right.
Like, that's
It was
why.
one of those where like you don't need to advertise me.
But
You've
like,
got me already.
but Outback, I need like a reason to go. So Coors Light, Texas Pete, in Outback Steakhouse. Which one would be? Which company would have the best chance of us buying their products?
I mean, I'll stick in there for Outback just because sometimes I wake up hungry and I'm like, I'm gonna get that tonight.
See, my only thing is like I would almost be more because I don't eat breakfast either. But if Outback was sponsoring my dreams, I'd almost be angry at them because I'd be like, now I want Outback, but I can't have it until later.
I'm not
And
angry about that. I'm looking forward to it.
but like I want it now. If you were like, hey, let's go get Outback, I'm like, yeah, let's get it Outback. Oh, I can't. It's 9 a.m. Not that's
Yeah, you're looking forward to the whole day, everything you do up until that point.
So it sounds
You're
like
looking forward to
it's
the blooming onion,
hot
to the
sauce because that would make you purchase their product and therefore eat breakfast that you don't normally do, is what I'm hearing.
no, because
Since
mine would keep me hopefully cold while I'm sleeping.
that egg and bacon cheese.
all right,
burrito
Travis is taking
with
his
the hot
take on
sauce
it
there.
off the rail.
I don't think that's far-fetched at all. If you're having a dream, your
How does that make you
body
purchase their products?
because I would then want to say like, "Oh, hey, you made me cold and more comfortable during the evening or while I'm sleeping. I'm going to reward that with me purchasing your product. You did something for me. I'm going to
But
do
you
something
also
for you."
couldn't do that at 9 a.m. because you can't buy alcohol.
But I don't. But I'm not there to buy. I'm not
Which is the
looking.
same reason you said no to Outback because you can't
No,
do it at 9 a.m. You have to do it later.
no. You
So
can buy.
help me.
You can buy alcohol at 9 a.m.
Where?
Depends
And
on where you are.
with yeah,
It does depend on where you are. Where Travis is, he cannot.
in Georgia, you can buy alcohol at 9 a.m.
I think you
On
can,
except it's Sundays.
except on Sundays.
You sure it's 9 and not like 11,
I'm
10?
pretty sure it's 24/7, Rick, except on
Yeah.
Sundays.
Okay.
Yeah.
Take your word on that.
I'm pretty sure. I'm not doubting there may be some stipulations.
Okay.
But
Take your word on that. You definitely can't buy wine at Walmart at 7 a.m. or 6 a.m. in Covington.
That I believe. I believe in where I live. You can buy. I think 9 a.m. might be
Yeah,
the
that's
earliest
fine.
you can do it. So
Just because I think Travis's take is dumb, I'm siding with Outback.
that's fine. I think my take is great. That's all that matters. I'm gonna go buy some Coors Light for the next episode. That's
Okay.
not true. Because they didn't sponsor my dreams.
oh god damn it!
No, don't acknowledge it. Just keep staring. Don't acknowledge it. Just
I'm putting emojis up as
I
reactions.
want to die.
getting a drink.
Yeah, same. I want
Oh,
to
that
re-up.
was so good. That was so good. Woo! Dope. Okay. So I'm gonna have to describe this for all of our listeners because you guys can't see this shit. Um, I do have 10 emojis sourced from either our group's history or just like popular ones that I know of. Um, we have the skull versus the sarcastic emoji, skull being representing I'm dead, and sarcastic being the upside down face. We have the um, eyes looking up emoji. I don't really remember what that was called. And then we have the keep it 100 emoji.
It's like rolling your eyes.
Yeah, rolling your eyes. Thank you. And then as a first round buy, we have the basically crying, laughing emoji and the poop emoji. On the other side of the bracket, we have the praying hand slash high fiving emoji. I think everyone is accepted its praying hands, but also I've heard it's also high fives. Um, we can go either way. I don't really care. We have the cringe emoji. We have the guy putting his hand out like a server emoji. I don't remember what that one's called. His palms facing up.
The
Yep, that
basic white girl emoji.
basic white
Basic
girl
white. It
emoji.
should have
Yep.
been the basic white girl, but
Yeah, I couldn't find that many PNGs of that one. We have the fire emoji, we have the eggplant emoji, and we have the thumbs up emoji. So with that, our first matchup is going to be dead versus upside down sarcastic emoji. Barbara.
I I'll come out swinging. I don't use either one of these emojis
Yeah.
too often, but the one I use the most is the upside down sarcastic.
Sure.
Um, just because in like the language of text, it's more efficient for me to put that
Yeah.
saying I'm sarcastic than to have something saying I'm dead.
So you took this as a I use it more,
Yeah.
but which one would win in a fight?
I feel like it's still the sarcastic emoji.
It 100% is, and I'll tell you why.
The dead
Because the
emoji
dead
is
one's already
dead.
Yeah, that was gonna be my take. But
That
did
works
you
too.
have
Although
Rick-
in video games, skeletons pretty powerful, depending on the game
yeah.
you're playing.
Oh, but also sometimes they're super weak. Rick, what
I
was
had-
your
I had different logic, but we would end up at the same answer.
I want to hear the logic. I want to hear the discussion. That's
So the logic for me would have been yes. You guys said the skull is already dead, which I thought would be a plus to the skull. But I feel like it would rely too much like on feared/dead tactics. Like poisons, things like that.
Yeah.
And fear tactics obviously don't work on the upside down smiley face because it's just pure chaos.
Yeah.
It's unhinged. You don't know what's going to happen. It's kind of a
Mhm.
Joker sense.
Yeah,
And so
trickster, low key vibes.
Yeah, you can't scare what it doesn't take serious. And
That's fair.
that's why I think it would win.
Our next matchup is going to be Rolling Eyes versus Keep It 100. I think both of these, if I'm assigning kind of personalities to this, is Rolling Eyes doesn't want to really be there. Keeping It 100 just happens to be there, and they're just like kind of chilling. It's kind of 50-50.
It is a little bit 50, like it's almost coin toss for me. I think it's like 51-49 rolling eyes for me, just because there is also like you could just say hundo p, you could say 100%. There are other ways for 100% to represent itself, whereas rolling eyes emoji in a fight is just so nonchalant and just like in the almost like a drunken brawler or drunken martial artist. It just doesn't even care that it's there.
So
Is
I would generally agree with you if we were only talking text. And Rick probably knows this a little bit more. Drew, I don't know how well versed you are in Slack culture, but the 100,
I've had Slack before.
yeah, the Slack, the responding with 100 is just an emoji at the bottom of someone's text as just a putting it on there is used a lot. And to me, that would kind of give it, I don't want to say give it, it's not used a lot, but it's like it is a lot more common than
I
the
feel like
rolling.
it's a little disorganized though, because it could be keeping it 100.
But like I don't need to
be
write that as like a reply to a Slack message. I can just put that as
it doesn't have an identity that's as accurate as the rolling eyes emoji, which is just like, I don't give an actual fuck that I'm here right now, but I'm gonna be here and I'm gonna beat the fuck out of you.
The eye roll, let me lay an analogy on y'all for this one. Because to me, the 100 screams hype man. It screams overeager. And as Drew, as you said, the eye roll,
okay,
just kind of there. And so let me remind you of the documentary where Indiana Jones is chasing after something, and you have the sword guy doing all the things, and then Indiana Jones just rolls his eyes and shoots him. That's what's happening here.
I'm not against that. I don't
What a great documentary.
Not lining up. They're not lining up. They're not lining up. And
I mean, they are. That's what the
Travis,
line
it's
is.
okay. Travis,
And also, no one else is gonna.
Travis,
No one else is gonna see
okay.
it.
We're not putting this online. It's fine.
I'm gonna take a screenshot later. Okay, our next one is gonna be the praying hands emoji versus the sarcasm emoji.
With the cringe.
The cringe emoji, sorry. Yes.
So
praying hands versus cringe.
So for this is gonna be a little bit like I don't even know how to put this. The praying hands emoji is more for me like this one.
Yeah.
Where you have both hands up and there's
Yeah.
like the little marks above them.
Yeah.
I don't love this emoji, whereas it is so versatile and those teeth are just so goddamn big. And I feel like they could chomp
Get
down.
some chompers. They got some real
They could
chompers.
chomp down on those
But
fingers.
praying hands has got some hands.
It's got two hands.
They got some. That's more hands than the.
And
cringe
from
emoji.
this angle, maybe only one finger. You don't know.
No, there's three. You can't see it, but they have at least three on each hand. There's outlines. They're there.
I will say
Rick,
that the beady eyes of that emoji
Soulless.
make it look like a fucking lunatic.
I agree, but only one emoji here is ready to throw hands, and that is the thanks emoji. And it can alligator wrestle the yikes emoji, as I call it, and you can keep the mouth shut and then just basketball it. So I think
once you get the jaws shut,
yeah, it's like an alligator. Once they're shut, they can't come open.
Are you saying the top one is the thanks emoji?
Yeah, thanks, praying, whatever you want to call it.
this is the thing.
If you type in thanks on your phone,
more
for
so
an
the
iPhone,
thanks
it comes up.
emoji
I
than the
didn't.
praying.
Got
Yeah.
it. Didn't know that. I think I'm probably leaning more towards the cringe emoji just because it is unhinged.
It's seen some shit.
It has seen some shit. And I think that I originally thought thanks emoji was two people high-fiving. So just like coming from either side, just high-fiving.
Is
But
that not what that is?
no, I believe that is a more of like two
No,
hands praying,
one person going
like thank you,
this, but
versus just like two separate people.
If you use predictive text on your iPhone and do
truly
thanks,
a thing.
that's what comes up.
Right, but are you thanking someone else, like with one hand and they're receiving it, or are you thanking them with your own?
No,
two
because
hands?
then
I
they
see
would
what you're
change
saying.
one of the sleeves to be.
I don't think it
different
matters,
color.
but I see why you're saying that now.
Yes.
Okay, I see what you mean.
I'm gonna go. I think cringe. Right. I think it's close. It's close.
It wins. It wins.
The next one is the basic white girl emoji with the hand perpendicular to the wrist and parallel with the floor, and the head
fire emoji
versus the straight fire emoji. Just the literal flame fire emoji. If we're taking this literally, fire wins because it's fire.
You're not wrong.
But is the basic white girl emoji going to even get near the fire? Is it just going to be like, hey, and then just like walk away and let it like burn out and just fizzle out and not do anything?
I will say if she's drunk enough on the beach with a fire going, she doesn't even care.
That's right.
She doesn't even care about the fire. She'll jump over it. She'll jump into it. She knows it's there.
She'll fall into it accidentally. I've seen that.
But she will not be injured miraculously.
Yeah.
For some reason.
Until the next day, yeah.
Yeah. She will not even know that she has been burned. I feel like fire has no purchase over the drunk white girl.
That's right.
Going, hey.
And then she'll be like, sweetie, I've walked through hotter drama than you. So,
damn,
like it's here for it.
But it is literal fire.
That's true. But if we're going literal, the white girl just has to sit there and watch it die out. And then it's like, I didn't have to do nothing. You just consumed all your energy.
basic white girl moves on. I did do
I can't wait for that next battle. Can't wait.
in accordance with our previous
Oh my god.
previous conversations about brackets, I did pick 4 emojis to get kind of a first round bye, not because they're necessarily better than other ones, but because at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter, especially in this format. So the crying, laughing emoji, the crying, laughing emoji, the poop emoji, the thumbs up emoji, and the eggplant emoji got first round buys, and so now they are going up against the winners of the previous rounds matchups. And so you win or you lose, you just got to make it to the end. So our first matchup is going to be the sarcastic upside down face versus the crying laughing face emoji. I think the crying laughing face, even though it's probably the most used emoji, is probably crying laughing on the floor, not able to fight, and can't really do anything. So I'd go with the sarcastic emoji
If we're thinking about it
in a bar fight.
in a bar fight, and literally sarcastic has their wits about them more so,
Yeah.
whereas crying laughing does not have like the range or the ability to
Yeah.
see the space that they're in a fight with. I feel like they get hit with a bar stool without question.
Yeah, Rick's nodding in agreement.
Yeah,
Um,
that's absolutely
yeah.
the
I love the crying emoji.
Yeah, great
It's in
emoji.
my top 3
Yeah, this is not
most used.
This is not a rankings of emojis. This is who's going to win
No,
the
I know.
fight. Yeah. I'm saying that for the listeners. Our next matchup is going to be the rolling eyes emoji versus the poop emoji.
boy. The
Yeah.
the showdown no one saw coming, but we
I
all
need to
needed.
I need to get naked for this one. 'Cause,
He's taking off his pants. Wait, they're already off.
I think I don't know how the poop emoji does it win. I mean, it's shit and it's proud of it. It's there
very proud.
It's there to own it. I don't know.
but does it do anything? Like
Wait. Does it do anything?
I hate you.
Shut up.
I hate everything about you.
It was like a mid-segment segue. And I did
And
not
I
like
would
it.
say it does because if you look at it, there's layers. And so it looks like it can leave its layers and potentially regrow, thus outlasting the sarcasm of the eye roll emoji.
And I would imagine it's got other potential friends, because if there's a full-on bar fight, there's other people maybe shitting themselves.
Here's what I'm gonna say is
Poop emojis hunting packs.
the sarcasm emoji is so above shit jokes.
That's true. It's not affected by shit jokes. That's true.
It literally, like, everything just kind of rolls off the sarcasm guy. And the emoji that encapsulates.
But this isn't necessarily sarcasm.
I don't want, but it is. It's
I think the one that just won was the sarcastic one. This one is the roll. Fine, I guess we have to do this.
But that's kind of sarcastic. Like, it just
a little.
I think that it encapsulates a spirit of I don't care what's going on, and if poop is involved,
yeah, I want poop. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think if anything could affect the person that's like, I don't care, poop would be the thing that impacts this person. That like is like, that's where I draw. Like, poop is a hard line for a lot of people, and you have to have a lot of like fortitude to deal with that. And the people who are just like, like the just rolling eyes, they usually don't have a lot of fortitude. So I think it would be poop that wins this one.
This is the classic, the unmovable object versus the unstoppable force.
Yes.
Is this battle? Assign whichever one of those you want it to
If
be.
you were to throw poop at the rolling eyes emoji,
I
they
think they would
be
just
like,
leave. I think they would just leave.
I think nobody can come out of this fight because this fight
But
never
yeah,
ends.
but does that?
They just
Yeah,
are.
it's kind of a. I feel like we need to flip a coin for it.
They're a cosmic balance of
See-
cringe and contempt, and they're just an eternal state of existence.
Wow. I think we're arguing a lot for what might be the next. If Poop wins this one, I think we're arguing a lot for what might be the next matchup for Poop. But
No, the next one is already. I mean, you can just go ahead and move the upside down face emoji to the finals, but
we'll get there. Well, you guys are 50-50. I'm like pro Poop. So I think that's the coin flip.
I don't like it.
So you're not 50-50 then.
I think it again. It's a for me. It's a coin flip,
So you are 50-50.
but I want that.
But Rick is also a coin flip, and I'm not. Therefore, it's not a coin flip.
Fine.
This
Yeah,
body
okay.
has
There.
I'm okay with that logic. I'm not mad.
Yeah.
Poop emoji moves on.
I think it would be funnier to say that they've never exited the Brawl, and there's some legend has it to this day they are still in there trying to.
I do like that lore. Our next matchup is going to be the cringe face versus the good old thumbs up emoji. Got you. Understood. I think the thumbs up is
Has dad power.
it's got dad
It's
power.
a hard contender.
It
It
has
is-
old man energy.
And I think it is one that will always be around. It is like the cringe emoji could be replaced at some point down the road for something else. Some gen beta, whatever the next, is going to say, oh, that's not cringe anymore. This emoji is now cringe. Everyone knows what thumbs up means.
If we're talking I have two schools of thought. If we're talking in terms of this emoji beats that emoji, the thumbs up wins every time because
Absolutely. It's a
There
veteran
are
of the thumb wars.
there are so many uses for it, and it's kind of a stop to a conversation.
Boom.
Got it.
Like you, like, hey, you want to go to blah 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 blah? Do this
Sure
thing
do.
this Friday. Thumbs up emoji.
Got it.
Perfect.
Everyone knows what it means. It's clear cut. You don't have to ask any questions. It's just the thumbs up emoji. I like that a lot. Our next matchup. Basic white girl versus the eggplant.
Yeah, the eggplant.
I don't know. I don't.
I
I-
want to take basic white girl because
She can take it.
thank you, Rick, for saying it so that I didn't have to.
She can take it.
And if she can't, good on her. She'll say, this is great, but I don't want to. But she still ends up on top.
That's right.
See,
I've never loved the eggplant for the reasons that it's popular.
I do though.
I love the basic white girl. Hey, it's in my top 3 of used emojis. I feel like it has the power to slap it down.
I don't know anyone outside of this group that uses that emoji.
What?
The basic
white girl.
The basic white girl emoji.
Bro, I sling that one like it's going out of style.
Yeah.
I can use it.
I
all
sling
the
that
time.
one.
Outside of this group, I don't know anyone that uses
The
it.
eggplant emoji is not in my top anything. My most recent does not appear.
It's in my most recent for sure. It's the quintessential Venmo emoji.
No.
Yes. When
No.
you need to put in like, what is this for? You put the eggplant in the Venmo
When I
emoji.
Venmo somebody, even you guys, I pick 3 emojis that are the randomest shit I can find in the archive. The eggplant does not exist in that.
I've always done the eggplant for the Venmo. So
I do not agree. Rick, I feel like you're here with me
Oh
on
yeah, I
this.
already gave
I
my
want
opinion.
yeah,
I
She
want
all
can,
right.
she,
I'm
I
going
she
want
can
basic
take
black
it.
girl to go.
So
basic white girl making it onto the semifinals. Okay. Our next matchup is the sarcastic upside down smiley face versus the poop emoji.
I think it's the upside down smiley face. The poop isn't ready for the energy because this is the moment the upside down smiley face is waited for. It dives in, it gets in the poop. The poop is caught off guard. It thought it was going to be an offensive fight, not ready. It's on its heels. And the next thing you know, it's being
By
eaten.
its nature, it's squishy.
But does the poop emoji have powers that rival Mr. Hanky's?
No, we're not talking about South Park.
You don't do all poops not have that power? I don't know. Do all sentient poops? Let me put that out there. I
Have
don't
you
know.
had a sentient poop?
No. But I've also never had one with eyes and a mouth, and I've never met Mr. Hanky. But we all know that both of those are canon and they exist. So they're
I
out there
think
somewhere.
Could use a
if
So
cannon.
we take this on base level, if I have a poop, that's great. And I like to look at the poop in the toilet
yeah,
afterwards and be like, that was a good poop. If I am sarcastic and being myself, that's far superior.
where you at, Rick?
Look, the poop emoji merely adopted the chaos. The upside down smiley face was born
Was
into
born
it
in
and
it.
molded by it.
Yep.
You were born into this, molded by
didn't see order until it was already a man.
Not against it. I like that pick. The penultimate matchup, thumbs up versus basic white girl.
Man, again, another moment of where a fight could just never end. It's two opposing forces.
to to me, it's still the basic white girl. I don't even know how to reason this out. It holds so much more sway of like thumbs up is like cool, this is fine, whatever. If you're affected by a basic white girl going, hey, that to me just gives you a little more like fuck.
The uck.
The fuck.
Look, this isn't just a battle. This is a generational clash right here, is what this is. And honestly, I think the thumbs up stopping power just takes it. I don't think the basic white girl emoji is here to handle it. I don't think it's here for this adversity. Nay, I don't think she can catch the smoke. Because let's be real, only one of them is the final boss and one of the best video games of our time,
You're not
Super
wrong.
Smash Brothers.
Although
And that's
I
where the
would love to
comes
see
from. It's
a
that
basic
hand.
white girl final boss. That
As
would
the
be
final
great.
boss, being like,
Well,
no,
when that video game happens,
you
I will
cannot
sign up for it.
I'm with Rick. I'm thumbs up. This is I don't want to say it's not close for me, but I'm thumbs up emoji. It's too good. It's too powerful. This matchup, however, our final matchup though, we have two very strong, very powerful emojis. We've got the upside down face sarcastic emoji versus the thumbs up emoji. I don't know who wins this.
Man,
Grizzled veteran versus just the if used
So
correctly, the perfect like I got you emoji. Like I feel like that sarcastic one can also be a lot more versatile as well. It doesn't even have to do, I've been saying sarcastic because that's a very common use for it, but I feel like I've also used it of like things
I'm
have gone to
feeling
shit,
I'm feeling weird about this.
like things have turned on their heads, like being very literal with it, like things are just upside down right now. Um, everything's fine, haha. Um, so I think one's you know what you're getting, and it's got the stopping power, like Rick said, and the other one is just like very versatile and can roll with the punches. And I
I don't
don't know
know.
which one comes out on top.
My first and general thought is still upside down smiley face. I don't I don't love it, but to me again it's like a 60-40 type of brawl where it's willing to take the punches and just be there in the moment.
Hear no bell.
I didn't hear no bell. Mark that one down, Travis. Um,
Uh,
and like the thumb up is like it's great, but it's only got one move, which is either a thumb up your ass or up maybe a punch to the face. Where if you're punching with your thumb up, that's bad.
There's also a thumb to the eye. You can go a thumb in the eye.
Yeah, but you would actually want to like go for
I mean,
fingers
I'm
instead
just
of
saying
thumbs.
it is more
It's
versatile.
less versatile than if you entered a ring and you're a hand with the thumb up emoji and there was a guy across from you and his head was 180 degrees, you would run away from that motherfucker. Those are my thoughts.
I will say, if it's because it's just a hand, does he have? They all have some sort of sentience, so it is the thumbs up one. But like, is yeah, I don't want to give him other. I don't want to like. My thought was to like make him more like the thing,
His digits are
but he's
locked
not.
in
He's not.
place.
Yeah, he's not the
All he's
thing.
got is the thumb.
Yeah, he's got the thumb and he's got the knuckles. He can throw punches.
He can stab your eyes out, but I feel like
It,
look at those empty eyes.
yeah, exactly.
There are no eyes there.
There are no
They're
pupils.
just holes.
That
Yeah.
stare, that stare is just so oh, I don't like
but
it.
cause
Which
and
means I like it.
Ooh.
and that is I like that argument because originally I was gonna say one of these can attack the other. And so that would be in my favor. But then the other side of that coin, like you said, Drew, was the sarcastic upside down face emoji would just be like continuing to take the punches, not showing any other emotion, and the hand might just get tired and be like, "What am I doing? Like
And
I can't win this."
it could headbutt you, and at that point, it's the chin.
Yeah.
Is that stronger than the forehead?
No,
Are you sure about that?
I'm pretty sure.
I think ultimately for me, the head as a whole, upside down or not, wins out on a hand in combat. If I were to strike you with my hand in the head, then I think that the hand would break before the head ultimately does. I don't know if that's true.
Have you ever been punched in the nose?
I have.
It hurts so bad.
It hurts so bad. I cry. I fucking cry.
To be fair, the emojis don't have noses, so because of that, it might be.
Wow. Is that after all of that, that's what's gonna
That's
save
where
it.
we're gonna draw the line. You have no nose.
You're fine.
So
Which is why he beat the poop emoji because he can't spell anything.
it just
Mm.
felt okay.
Rick, where you at?
I don't know where I'm at. I like everything that's talked about. I guess where I keep going is I can't stop thinking about the thumb not being the final boss of Super Smash Brothers now. But also,
Which is totally fair. It just wins.
yeah,
It just wins, Rick.
it just does.
Is it Al Davis? What's going on?
It just does. Win, baby, win. Like it. Yeah, I think the thumbs up emoji does, because in true fashion, on other aspects of it, like talking about its only attacks, if it can somehow get on top of it, like you can just hold it down, like we can just pin it. That's a 1, 2, 3 count. You know, that works.
You saying the face gets on top of the hand and 1, 2, 3's it?
No, reverse that. The thumbs up being on top of the face. I think it does. As Drew said, I think it just wins. Like,
I thought he was saying that the sarcastic face, the upside down face, just wins.
That's what I was saying.
oh well, I took that as supporting my thumbs up cause. I could go either way. I'm not mad at who wins.
Yeah, I think either one is the right choice.
This is This is like the Rocky and Apollo freeze frame ending. You know.
Yes.
Mm.
And if I could somehow Photoshop that into existence, I would. I'm not that talented.
But yeah, I'm not
Can't even get
upset with the upside down smiley face winning.
I think it's time to you, Travis.
What? My initial reaction was the thumbs up, but I like the argument of just like the upside down smiley face, just like taking punches, and then after like 8 rounds, it's still being like just exactly the same. That
Didn't
same
hear no bell.
with not even talking, just like the empty eyes, the same creepy upside down smile,
Yeah.
and just being like, "Do you want me to start? Have we started yet? Is this?
Oh,
Are we? Can we? Oh, is this happening?" And I think for that reason, I gotta go upside down smiley face. I didn't think that's where I'd end up at the beginning of this. I don't know which one I thought was gonna win. Maybe eggplant, but yeah, I think it's got to be X.
You thought eggplant was gonna win?
I don't know. It is a physical object, or maybe fire because it's literal fire. But yeah, I think we're gonna go upside down smiley face here. You guys want to do a quick last call?
sure.
Cool. Let me break out this box. Guys, time for last call. Let me find some. Drew, would you rather have everything in your home excessively labeled with a label maker, or have every piece of clothing monogrammed with your initials?
Neither of those seem like punishments.
Right.
Okay.
Let's go monogrammed.
Monograms, Rick.
Give me the
Seems
labels.
fun.
Labels maker. Yep. Drew, would you rather date a lifelike robot or a human with a robot voice?
Human with the robot voice?
Lifelike robot.
Lifelike robot. Drew, would you rather have a built-in kangaroo pouch, or when threatened, be able to squirt ink like a squid?
Ink.
Rick?
Yeah, I have pockets. Give me the ink.
Yeah, I want more pockets. Give me the pocket. Give me the pouch.
I can do pockets.
Right. Drew, would you rather have your debt forgiven or have guaranteed good health for a decade?
Ooh. Good health for a decade?
Rick?
Yeah, good health for a decade, I guess.
Yeah. Drew, would you rather date someone who asks questions every 5 minutes during a movie, or
God,
someone who spoils the plot? Date someone who spoils the plot.
Oh, questions every 5 minutes.
Rick?
Do not spoil it.
spoil the plot.
Fuck you.
I can't handle the
I
question.
already know. I already probably can guess the plot.
Probably, but
Drew, would you rather have a best friend who never shuts up about their college fraternity or never shuts up about Burning Man?
So you?
I talk about Burning Man all the time.
I'll go Burning Man.
Yeah, I'll go Burning Man. I've already had the fraternity one.
That's fair. Drew, would you rather every year you get a do-over on a decision that you regret or never feel any regret?
Let's go first one.
Get a do-over?
Yeah.
Rick?
Yeah, give me the do-over.
Okay. We'll do this last. Yeah, we'll do this last one. One more. Drew, would you rather peck at your food like a bird, or catch your food with your tongue like a frog? Now, slash Yoshi.
Yeah, like a frog.
Rick.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I'll be a frog too. Yeah.
I think frog would be because I wouldn't have to reach. I wouldn't have to necessarily bend over.
It'd just be more. To me, it'd be more fun.
Oh yeah. I don't think like neither one of them are say good, but like I wouldn't want to peck at my food. I've never had that idea. So with that, we're getting
because you're not a bird.
It's right. I'm not. That's weird. Did you guys know that a woodpecker's tongue goes around their skull, like to the back of their brain, to help them like insulate their head from all the pecking that they do, so they don't get concussions?
No,
that's a real thing. Go look up the diagram of like a woodpecker's skull. It's a real thing. It's real creepy.
Like this is a trick.
It's not. It's not a trick.
It's not a bad segue.
Nope. It's just a fun fact that I know. New episodes every Wednesday. Link in the description to support the podcast. Make sure you like and subscribe. Follow us on the social medias at @the_bar banter, except for Blue Sky or some other thing. Just search Bar Banter. You'll find us. And just remember, this is our podcast, and you're just along for the
ride.
Nice.
How long do you guys want to wait for me to say ride?
Ride.
Ride.